Hey, welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter. I have the pleasure of welcoming Sid on. Sid, thanks for taking the time to jump on this thing, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah. Is this your first podcast in life? Or
This
you been
I've
others?
a podcast hosted before.
Oh, have
Sat
you?
in I have an unreleased podcast that's coming out soon, and
Oh,
hosting
yeah?
was incredibly fun. And then I've done the technical back end side of
Yeah.
multicam switching for other people's podcasts, but this
Right.
is the
Yeah.
first time I've been a guest on someone's podcast.
Yeah. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, exciting is one of the many words I would use to
Yeah.
describe the emotions I'm
Yeah,
feeling
for
right
sure,
now.
man. Cool, man. Well, I mean, try to keep it light. I mean, like, but for the people watching, listening, like, what do you want people to like know about you, kind of thing?
Ooh, wow. Um, I'd love to talk about the journey, talk about where I'm at
Yeah.
currently, and talk
Yeah.
about what 2026 might have in store.
Yeah. So, what are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm a guest on a pod. No, I'm just kidding. Right now, I have my content production company that has been in
Yeah.
business for over a decade.
Nice.
That started from photography, graduated into video, then graduated into content consulting over uh,
Yeah.
COVID when we couldn't do
Right.
in person shoots. And then from there, it's just been a lot of fun working with a variety of clients, startups, small businesses, large businesses, develop content strategies, and then
Yeah.
execute the fun ones.
Oh man. Is it fun? Is it fun for you?
It is. It is. It is very much every no 2 days look the same.
Yeah.
And enjoy that challenge of having an ever evolving list of to dos and
Yeah.
random fires.
Yeah. It's always different when you make content for like other people. You know what I mean? Like I always find like because people always think that you're a full-time content creator or you work with clients and people have this perception that it's always rainbows. Like it's like your life is perfect. But meanwhile, like it's sometimes it gets a little bit crazy, right? Like I don't think people really understand what goes behind the scenes sometimes when you make content for a living.
I think
We're not
the
living in Bali, you know what I mean? So
you spend the days on set, days on set, and it's excellent because those are the days that make it onto Instagram, and those are the days that get
oh yeah.
published in the behind the scenes. But then after your day to days on set, there are weeks, if not months, sitting at a desk, sitting in dark rooms,
Yeah.
looking at the beautiful sunshine that I'm hoping is coming next week, and
Should
just
be.
being like, look at that, another beautiful day to sit in a dark room and work on things like
Yeah.
color or special
Right.
effects
Right.
or
It
the
gets like a very
assembly.
lonely job sometimes.
It does, yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like it sometimes gets pretty lonely. People have this perception where it's like, oh, I'm going to all these crazy events, which is true sometimes, but and sometimes it's just you at a desk.
Most
Just
of the
me at a
time.
desk working. So it's just kind of
Most
funny
of
how people like perceive certain like jobs, right? But it is what it is.
it is, although it is a desk job, I do absolutely love it. And
Yeah.
time on set, and I equally love my time in the editing suite.
Oh yeah. You like the editing more?
No, hard no.
No.
I've just learned to love the editing aspect of it, which was probably my biggest point of friction early on
Oh
in my
yeah.
career. Was just like I love shooting, still love being on set, the energy,
Yeah.
and over time developing a love for being in the editing suite.
Yeah. I actually love editing the most personally. It's my thing. Like I would rather like if someone were to ask me like, do you want to shoot or do you want to edit? I would pick edit. But that's just me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like a bass player. I mean, I love that.
Kinda. Kinda.
So necessary in a band. You need to have that like
Well,
smooth rhythm going. But like
yeah. Like
many kids wake up and they're like, I want to be a drummer. I want to
yeah,
be
they
the
want to
singer.
they want to be the lead singer, right? But I mean,
I want to
I
be the
don't
guitarist. Yeah.
yeah. I was on a call last week with a bunch of other like just people in like the content space and they were saying like, you know, if your job, if your career is an editor, you're kind of like an accountant because you're basically helping other people finish their work, like right? Because if you're an accountant, you gotta help people finish their taxes. It's something you don't like to do, but it has to get done. So you got to
Mhm.
outsource. You know what I mean? So it was kind of an interesting analogy when they put it that way. But yeah, man, so what kind of content do you like doing? Like what's your thing? Like what gets you going?
Well, as of recently, it's actually getting back into long format narrative filmmaking.
Love
There was
that.
this huge stint of content creation, and that was like social media ads and, under stories for startups and whatnot. So a lot of talking head, a lot of multicam, Netflix documentary style,
Yeah.
cinematic B-roll cutaways.
Right.
Those were it. And as of recently, did a couple of shorts with Mr. Zach Ramelan, and
Okay.
that kind of reignited my absolute love and passion for filmmaking. Where you don't necessarily have a CTA at the end of it. You're telling a
Yeah.
story, you get to work on set, and
Right.
at the end of it, it might get at a film festival, it might do the festival circuit, or live on YouTube, and then that's it.
Yeah. Cool, man.
And now working on pre-production for a couple of features and a couple of short form vertical narratives, which is
Oh
a new
wow.
buzzword. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Storytelling. Getting back to storytelling.
yeah, I think it's just so important these days because I was just saying the other day with like AI, like you don't know what's real these days. Like you don't. I think people want to connect with like real stories, like authentic, like being authentic. It's so important
Absolutely.
these days. I think, especially like long form. Like I don't know, like sure, there's TikTok and all that stuff, but I think people still want long form content. Like I don't think it's gonna go away.
Absolutely. I
You
mean,
know?
I remember when there was a threat to like people going to cinema. Cinemas were
Yeah,
super scared because of all these streaming things and whatnot. And I truly believe that there will always be a place for long format
yeah,
cinematic experiences for people to sit in a theater and collectively gasp or
yeah.
cry or laugh at these moments in that, that collective viewing space. And
It's a different experience, but instead of sitting at home watching Netflix, it's a totally different experience. And
oh,
people,
absolutely.
I think people have lost that a little bit.
Well, I think that even the group viewing aspect, I used to be one of those kids front and center every single Marvel cinematic release through phase one, phase two,
Yeah,
and just the collective energy as you're all, I don't know how many people sit in a theater, but all of you are experiencing something for the very first time. It is
yeah,
something that, like, it's like going to a rock concert. You have you've heard that song that the band has played on your
yeah.
Spotify playlist or whatever a million times, but to see them play it live, that's what I feel cinema in the theater
Yeah.
kind of is.
Oh yeah, it's totally different. It's just yeah, it's interesting, right?
Mm,
It's interesting how it's all changed, and but meanwhile, it's still the same. People still want like stories, especially like real stories, like not Marvel, not like they want like things that people can like relate to,
mhm.
characters that people can relate to, right? So it's just I think it's just so important, like moving forward, for people to be able to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I do think that the new trend of short form vertical narrative
Yeah,
is an adaptation of how people are consuming, but I think that that is still going to be a very like individual viewing experience. I don't know if there's going to be a collective viewing experience that could replicate what you
I,
feel like
I
being in
don't
a
know.
theater.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like I don't know. Like I was on like the call last week. The guy was saying like, when's the last time you watched a reel on Instagram and you felt really moved by it? You had to sit by yourself for 5 minutes. Like you're just on to the next thing. Like you don't even really process what you're watching. So he was basically saying like, you know, AI and all these things. Like it's microwave content. You want like a microwave dinner, or do you want like a gourmet dinner? Depends what kind of dinner you want, right? I mean, we can serve both. Um, and that's where like the storytellers come in. It's like, well, no, we're gonna make you like a gourmet dinner. Like it's gonna be really good. You're gonna feel really good after. You know?
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's really interesting. Yeah, it's important these days. I think we're just like lacking that. I think, especially in Toronto, I find like I don't know, like it's hard to meet people these days, and it's just we're kind of all in our own little bubble, and we're always on our phones, so it's hard to kind of break the barrier a little bit, right? But you never know who like you're sitting beside with. There's no idea sometimes.
So that is where I'm super fortunate to know some of these lads, the
Yeah.
lads at Content Day. They
Right.
are actually
Exactly.
doing in-person meetups, and they're
Yeah.
doing these like gathering of photographers and models, and it's like, hey, come and meet the other people who have
Yeah.
cameras in your city.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
think that the events that they're putting up throughout the summer, they're
Yeah.
great. They're great because reignites that connection, which
Yeah, you feel
you
good.
feel
You
has
feel
thrived.
good. You feel good
Yeah,
after. It's like, oh yeah. Have you been to like the new like their new space?
I got a chance to check it out. Very
Yeah,
proud of them both. They've done
yeah,
some. I met them last summer in the festival circuit. I
yeah,
think it was like the third festival, and I was shooting. I'm just like, all right, what are your guys' names? I mean, I
yeah,
feel that I've seen so much of you, and
yeah,
that the love story was quick, and
yeah.
love their new space, love the energy that they bring to all of their shooting. I mean, I have no idea how they're able to do so many events and be bright and lively and
I
excitable as they're
know.
doing it.
I know. I know exactly.
Uh,
It's one thing to do it. It's another thing to actually enjoy doing it.
mhm, mhm. And
But
so
yeah, they're the
I feel that
best.
if there are more events like that are happening in the city, then that would be great. More
Yeah,
meetups, especially this year, if doing these like photo walks and stuff and whatnot.
yeah.
Excellent. You know.
Oh yeah. You go on Meetup or you go on like Eventbrite. There's always things happening. It's just
Mhm.
you just never know who like you're gonna meet. Sometimes it could be like the most random thing you go to, but it's like, oh, I actually met someone cool, and then maybe it turns into like a project or a gig or something, and you kind of have
No,
to like just put yourself out there.
absolutely. I mean, I don't even know how many years ago I met him, but I met my best mate and photography partner at
Yeah.
a very similar event called Photos and Chill. I mean,
Right,
did I
right.
say like 8, 9 years ago? Oh my
Photos and
gosh.
Chill, was that the group? Photos and Chill? That's cool.
Photos and Chill. It was
That's a cool
just,
handle.
I mean, yeah, like O'Donnell was the person who had
Right.
pioneered that, and
Yeah.
he just brought together a bunch of photographers and a bunch of
Yeah.
videographers, and there was a girl and a motorcycle and another setup and another background
Cool.
setup, and you could just like come in, shoot.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a beginner photographer, you were able to walk away with a pretty interesting looking portfolio, but it also gave you a chance to meet some people, and that's where I met Wes, and that love story still continues to this day.
What a story, eh? That's awesome. Yeah, you just never know, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Toronto has just so much to offer. I think sometimes we get stuck in our own shell, and especially like during the winter, like it's minus 30 out. You don't want to leave the house, but when you know people are there, it kind of gives you the extra kick to get out the door. And then so like I always say, like leaving the house is always like the hardest part sometimes.
Honestly,
Lazy,
yeah.
you get pretty tired, all these things.
Winters are hard. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you're one of those folks that sees a snowstorm and runs out
yeah,
and decides to
the
shoot street
drama.
photography.
Hmm.
But I don't understand that, so typically I leave for warmer
Yeah,
pastures.
yeah. I'm a summer guy too. I'm a summer guy too, man. Give me a beach all day. I don't care. Christmas Day, give me a beach. 100%.
Nice.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. I've done it. I get it. Like it's not for me too, right?
Me neither.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. It's cool. So like I mean, like so like have you always wanted to turn your thing into like a full-time gig? Was that always the goal?
Actually, surprisingly not.
Yeah.
I started off as an actor. I was on
Oh yeah.
stage since I was 3. My mom put me on
Cool.
very, very young and really
Nice.
enjoyed getting clapped for. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is great. I should do this full time for the rest of my
Yeah.
life.
No kidding.
And I went to acting school, graduated acting school, went to acting college, graduated acting college, entered the industry, and then the phone
Yeah.
slowed down on the ringing.
No
I
way.
didn't, well, and so I always had this photography thing, yeah, all through high school. I remember the
Yeah.
first paid gig ever was $100 to do someone's headshots in
Oh,
class.
nice. Oh, cool.
And yeah, my dad had put a manual SLR in my hand when I was like
Yeah.
7, and so
Yeah.
like I had this photography thing with me. I didn't know that it was a viable career opportunity. And someone's like, headshots. I'm like, sure, they're like $100. I'm like,
Yeah.
McDonald's. 'Cause that's the true currency when you're in high school, right?
Right.
How
Oh,
much
yeah.
fast food can that buy you?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The photo shoot went well. Friend told a friend. That friend told 3 more, and then all of a sudden, I had like $1,000 from taking
Whoa.
photos. I always just had that, and so whenever the acting phone wasn't ringing, I would be like, "Hey, I still got my camera. Let me start shooting."
Yeah.
And while other people were either working like clothing retail or fast food or whatnot as summer jobs through high school, I
Yeah.
worked at a wedding photography studio.
Oh, nice. The big time.
That changed
The
the
big time.
game to be fast I taught you like it's not like studio photography. Studio photography, click, 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 click. Can we try that
Hmm.
again? Tilt the head, do this, do
Hmm.
that. Let's try
Hmm.
another. Oh, let me switch a light. Weddings, the bouquet toss happens once. Weddings, the first dance happens once. The cake cutting happens once, and so you have to know where you want to be, what your lighting is like. Every wedding venue is different because it's lit differently depending on the decorator and the banquet hall. So wedding
Yeah.
photography taught me a lot in terms of getting quality shots
Yeah.
because that's someone's special day. You know, they're only doing it once,
It's
hopefully.
it's the highest pressure job, I think.
Oh man, and when I exited the wedding industry and moved into events, I'm like, oh, this is actually way
It's
more
a little bit
relaxed.
it's a little bit more chill. It's a little bit more
It's
breathing space.
a lot more
Yeah.
chill, a lot more
Yeah.
chill. Because when I came to events, there was obviously you had your shot list and highlight key moments that you needed and like the wow moments and things you wanted to capture.
Right.
But if you caught it, missed it gently, it's still okay because there are other wow moments and you're still dumping a
Yeah.
photo
Yeah.
album of like 500 amazing usable shots for of
Yeah.
them to
Yeah.
actually be used.
Man.
The
But you
pressure
don't miss wedding.
significantly changed. Hmm?
But you don't miss wedding. You don't miss wedding photography.
I don't miss wedding photography. No, I mean, I feel that after a while, it kind of became a little bit repetitive for me because it was basically like these are the boxes, these are the shots, these are the things.
Mhm.
And once you had a
Mhm.
bit of a portfolio, people would be like, "Ooh, I
Yeah.
want this," and I'm like, see, "This was a moment captured rather
Right.
than a moment created." Right? It wasn't structured. It wasn't this. We didn't plan it. This photo that you're referencing from my previous work, it was a
Yeah.
moment between moments where I saw the bride and the this and the that, and I'm like, yeah, perfect, click. But then when people
Yeah.
see that, they're like, oh, we do this? And I'm like, yeah, we can, but it's not authenticity when it comes to that like genuine moment. Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Don't shoot weddings unless it's for like near and dear friends. We'll either do like engagement shoots or like fun character portraits of them
Right.
because
Right.
it, there's that level of comfortability that comes when you put a camera between you and your subject. There's now this layer of
Yeah.
filtration that people are like, oh, that they're
Yeah.
observed, they're immediately
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
when
Exactly.
you're when
Exactly.
you've never met the person before, you have to very quickly establish this level of like, hey, look at me, I'm harmless. This thing over here, this thing's also harmless. Don't worry about us, we're just going to do our thing.
Mm.
And it's when you know the person, we just skip all that. Like I already have like a 5-year relationship with you, so like
Yeah.
I know the faces you make, I know the types of humor that you like, I know what we can do to I know what I can do to kind of get a reaction in the way that I'm hoping to, and
Oh yeah.
then
It's like
capture it.
whenever you say act natural, it's like that's like I can't act natural. Like what are you talking about?
Have I been acting natural this entire time? Because like I've been working on it. I've been trying to be
Yeah.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah. Just act natural. I'm an actor. I'm
Is
an
this?
actor. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm a trained professional. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's true, man. It's just different. Like, I mean, when you start to not enjoy what you do, it becomes it's a job, and it becomes a job. And then what happens with jobs, you start to not like them and then you might quit, right? So it's important for people to like know like their strengths and like where they sit.
If this became a job, I would be very upset because I could actually go out and get a real, much higher paying job.
Oh yeah. What do you mean?
I-
What do you mean? I don't get it. You're rolling. You're rolling in money, man. It's great.
yes, yes. I'm rolling in exposure dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The classic. What media consultation did you enjoy or challenge you? It's a question from Roy.
um, I think that one of the most challenging and funnest ones was when I did work with Rhea, the concussion recovery app, and they had
Yeah.
like 300 exercises they wanted to record. And this was probably the first and best example of consulting where they're like, how do we shoot 300 exercises without killing our fitness model? Because it was these different modules where I was like, oh, 10 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. And they're like, well, do we have to make her do all of those things? And then
Yeah.
in the next module, do we have to make her do it again?
Oh man.
And it was fun because I'm just like, well, with the magic of filmmaking, I'm going to
Yeah.
use two different cameras,
Yeah.
and she's going to lower on the squat on camera A, and then she's
Right.
going to rise from the squat on camera B,
Hmm.
and then we're going to repeat that loop in editing
Right.
software. We can
Nice.
make her do 100
Hey,
squats,
yeah.
300 squats, whatever
Yeah.
your program dictates. And so that was a lot of fun with just like
Fun.
working with the fitness folk and learning how concussions are in almost every sport and how serious they actually are. I don't think I've ever suffered a concussion. I can't remember it if I did.
Mhm.
But seeing this the recovery platform be built, and then actually helping athletes, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. You're helping
Yeah,
people, man. You're helping people. It's
I
like
would like
what's
to
like
think
what
so.
like what's better than that?
I feel like the whole like consulting aspect and working with either like solo entrepreneurs or people who are starting their content journey. I
Mm.
think that it's nice that helping aspect rather than the doing it for them aspect. Like, yes, please,
Mhm.
if you got 25K budgets, if you got 50K budgets, call me. Happy to shoot.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
empowering somebody and giving them the skills and the processes and the how tos on for them to create their own content. There's something
Mm.
really rewarding when they send you something and they're like, "How is this?"
Yeah.
But 3 months of work can actually create. And this looks amazing.
Wow.
Congratulations! And I hope it translates to whatever their content vertical is hoping.
Really? Eh? So what's like this
More
what's
paid
like
work.
what's the trick you think? Like what's like the secret
I would.
sauce?
The secret sauce, as cliche as it sounds, is authenticity. It
Mm.
doesn't matter what camera you have. It doesn't matter what software you're editing on. Although DaVinci for the win. Not sponsored, but please
Da
sponsor.
Vinci.
It
That's
doesn't matter the
cool.
camera. It doesn't matter the editing softwares. It doesn't matter the
Yeah.
amount of effects and whatnot. But if you have either knowledge to give, stories to tell, or comedic, and you want to share that with the world, and
Yeah.
that from an authentic place, and not with that. Oh, I need to go viral. But friends and
Mm.
colleagues go viral, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you do it? Like I couldn't classify for you. Like
Yeah.
sweet. And then I saw this like sense of like almost depression hit when the next video that went out didn't go viral. I'm
Exactly.
like, if you keep telling your stories from an authentic place, you will reach a level of success.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about just trying to connect with people, like I said earlier, just trying to connect with people because if people knew how to go viral, they wouldn't be seeking other people's help. They would just know. Like I had a boss that asked me, "Oh, can you make this stuff go viral?" like for his videos. And I thought to myself, if I knew how to do that, I wouldn't be here. Like when you
Yeah, I
if
mean,
I knew how to do like what does that even mean?
there was even that book that was making its rounds on social media, 1 million something, I believe. But in that book, they talk about how to go viral, and literally, I read the book, and I'm like, oh, it's A/B testing. It's like cool.
A/B testing, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, test something, see if it works. If it doesn't work,
Right,
change it slightly. Test that. If that doesn't work,
right.
change it slightly. Oh, something hit. Excellent.
Yeah,
Repeat. Oh, it
yeah,
didn't quite hit as the last one did. Okay, well then change. And it was just
yeah,
testing, testing, testing until you found a repeatable, comfortable to create method that worked for you.
yeah. Yeah, it really goes down to like what do you want to be known for? Like what's like your message to people? Because then I
Mhm.
think if you know your message, like what you want to say, then all your stuff can come from that. you
Absolutely.
know, you know,
Absolutely.
you
And at this point, I'm hoping to, empower and empower the next generation of creators, I
yeah,
guess. Like,
yeah,
so starting my own channel and reviews and whatnot. And the perspective is just basically, hey, I've somehow stumbled I am still paying my rent and putting food on the table by shooting content. So
yeah,
here are the things that helped me. Maybe you can learn from them and not make the same mistakes, or maybe you're gonna watch it and do it anyway and be like, ah, damn, it was right.
yeah. So you're gonna like look over other people's stuff or just like your stuff? Like,
All of the above. I mean,
yeah,
there's the podcast episodes that are being shot in the director's chair. It kind of is like the behind the scenes for content. I'm
yeah,
not sure if you were an avid movie watcher on the good old DVD days, and you went over the director's
yeah,
commentary, and you got a
yeah,
chance to like
yeah.
listen to David Fincher and Brad
Mhm,
Pitt and Edward
mhm.
Norton talk about Fight Club, and it's like, oh, 27 takes, thrown down the
Right,
stairs. Which one did you take?
right.
Number three. Ha ha ha. Ha. So I miss that I miss that platform for content creators because you do this 20-second short, you do this like 60-second reel, you do whatever it is, and nobody really may know how difficult it was to do that like stutter effect that you did at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
The concept of the
Interesting.
podcast is for people to come on and speak about their work and speak about a cool effect that they did or a cool shooting challenge, or highlight something that they may have worked really really hard on that nobody notices. Shout out to all
Yeah.
my friends in VFX. Because in VFX, if you do your
Yeah.
job right, nobody
Yeah.
notices.
Nobody notices.
No.
The loneliest job. The loneliest job. Yeah, it's true, eh?
Yeah, through the podcast bit and then tech reviews, I have been a avid tech user for years.
Yeah.
And
What's
it's always pushing that line of I don't have professional dollars from the start of my
yeah,
career. I don't have professional dollars. So how do
right.
you find something that's a bit more consumer grade and changes and tweaks? You can use it on a semi-professional prosumer level.
Yeah.
And then similarly, what are some of the consumer grade things that, like, as a professional, as a working professional, I'm just like, you know what? People put their nose up to CapCut, and I'm like, I hate to break it to you guys, the amount of content that I have submitted to paying clients that was
Yeah.
shot on an iPhone,
Yeah.
that
Using
was
CapCut.
edited on CapCut, like,
Yeah. I've done it.
demystified,
I've
demystified,
done it. I've done it.
and so that
But
that
that's what they want.
perspective,
That's what they want sometimes. So I just do it on CapCut. I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, especially with the whole concept of like UGC and
Yeah.
having something look as if it was created by just a somebody, but the person that somebody happens to be a 10-year vet professional shooter.
Right.
Yeah, it tends to it. That's where it's like having a good time figuring out how to find that balance between where you should spend your dollars and cents, and whereas like you can save a bunch of money where if you just get these consumer grade lights or
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on what level you want your content to be at. Like what kind of quality do you want it? But also like, also still make it. Like whatever you have, still try to make the thing because it's the only way to learn. It's the only way to like actually like see the process, right? Because we always have these ideas in our head, but sometimes we don't really know what's involved. But you actually have to go through it to actually see.
progress
You
over
know,
perfection. The amount of
we have to.
terabytes of unreleased stuff I have on my hard drives because I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not perfect. It's not
yeah.
perfect.
That could be a whole series for you, man. You can go through all
Oh,
that stuff.
this year my new mantra is nobody cares. Nobody cares, Sid. Just put it out. Just put it out. Get out of your own way in your head, thinking that someone's going to be like, "Oh, this looks like it was shot on a GH5." Well,
I used to have
may
that.
have been.
I used to have that. I like the GH5. No, I just think that like we all have that stuff. We all have that archive footage, like stuffed in our hard drives and like in the drawer. So people will like relate to that. Oh, I kind of have something like that. Like people will connect.
Send them in, and we'll take a look at it and put it in the public
Yeah,
domain.
I think it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. It's just it's kind of like the anti-social media. Like you're actually showing like, oh, I actually didn't post any of this stuff because of X, Y, and Z. And that's how people learn too, right? That's like, oh, this was out of focus, wrong frame rate, whatever color was off, all these things. Like, okay, well, and then you learn, right? But meanwhile, was it a good story? Like people are like, but was it a good story? Like, was it like, did it connect? Like that's I think even like the harder part. Like, can you connect with someone on that? Like, that's even harder, I think, sometimes. Like what makes a good story for you? What are you like looking for?
A good one. What makes a good story?
Yeah, like for you, like if you're trying to get a client, you're trying it for yourself. Like what kind of makes it for you?
I mean, I do enjoy stories that are a bit of a ride. I feel like where we started is not where we ended at all. And I'm just reading the tagline: "Flaunt the imperfections." Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be your series title. You give Roy your some royalties there.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate you. But yeah, the idea of like a bit of a journey, a bit of a roller coaster. I love unexpected moments. I mean, like I think of like Departed, and I think about just like minutes of that movie. Just like
crazy movie, right?
Holy cow! Did
Yeah.
you just shoot one of your highest paid actors in the? um, I was a huge fan of like the early seasons of Game of Thrones because like
Oh
story
yeah.
wise, I was just so blown away that I'm just like, oh my Bean. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
tendency to kill Sean Bean as a character, but like, hey,
Right.
he was I think the highest paid actor for that first season because he was the most
Mm,
recognizable or whatnot. And I'm like, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. The
mm.
conventions of knowing how to produce a film are not protecting me. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that is also the one of those aspects where like I've seen with the amount of film that I've seen, it's always nice to be surprised. It's always nice to have the zig instead of the zag where
Yeah.
the expectation subversion is a huge fan of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's your thing. The unexpected.
That's my thing. Yeah,
That's
I
the
think even
thing,
like
right?
it actually impacted even some of my commercial work because I saw a Ferrari commercial
Yeah.
and felt so had such an emotional connection to the film. I thought it was a short film trailer or something. I
Yeah.
was older gentleman, he's surrounded by loved ones, and like everybody was sitting there, and he's reflecting on his life and going through these moments and seeing his first love and this and that. And I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm connecting to this old man. Like, oh wow, this is amazing. Just as he's about to flatline, brake turns on and the engine revs and his heart rate
Right.
comes back in. And then
Yeah.
I forget what the tagline was, but I'm like, I was just advertised to. Ah! But then that level of indirect advertising truly helped impact the way that I started doing commercials as well, where I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't just be like, hey, like, buy this thing or live in this place or rent this
Yeah.
thing or whatever. It was
Yeah.
more like the storytelling aspect of like what it would be like if you lived and felt and if you were this person. And is there some characteristic that you find that connects with you? And
Yeah.
at the end of it, you're like, oh, yeah, by the way, buy this
Yeah.
thing.
By the way, it's $1 million. So good luck. Well,
Yeah.
people. I mean, like, yeah, you're kind of like tugging on people's like emotions. That's kind of like you're getting to like the like emotional aspect of it because like people don't like being told what to do usually. Buy
Mhm.
this, buy this course, get this, do that. Like, there's enough of that going around on social media. So I mean, like people don't really like being told what to do, but if you can weave a story into it and then you can connect with people that way, and then people kind of might be able to like connect more with that ad or whatever.
And you're more likely to then swipe your card at that point if you can connect.
Maybe, or at least they'll remember the ad, even.
I remember this Ferrari commercial, and it's been
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like you actually
6 years
remember it.
now.
Well, you remember it, like I can't even remember like the last time I saw an ad. So I mean, because there's just so much, being thrown at us all the time. So it's hard to get people's attention. Like it's hard to actually get
Yes.
people's attention. It's like no, but they're actually actively like engaged in what they're watching instead of just passively like glazing over it. So it's tough. It's tough these days. It's not easy. It's not
Mhm.
easy.
Well, you're fighting. I mean, even the concept of like a hook.
Yeah.
The
Like how do you hook people these days? Like
you,
like what
you
is
need
it?
to do something in the first second to 3 seconds that will then give the person a that at that point, then that person will be like, okay, cool. If you can hook me in the first second to 3 seconds, then I will give you 27 more seconds. Or I'll give you 57
Yeah.
more seconds.
Right.
And it and now I'm starting to see the art in it as well, because with all things, with all forms, it's just like, okay, it's an adapt or die mentality here, where it's like, if you're not doing hooks, are you going to do this like low storytelling thing? May not get that social media traction that you're looking for. Now I see the art of the hooks, and when I see somebody drop a good hook,
Yeah.
you can have all
Bookmark
60 seconds. You are being saved. You are being
bookmark that.
reposted. These are all the things you need me to do.
Yeah.
So
Where do
yeah.
you see good ads? Is it on Twitter these days? Where's the good ads at?
Where are the good ads at? It's
Like where
actually funny.
where do you see them usually for you? Is it Instagram? Is it like TikTok? Is it
It's
X? Or,
primarily Instagram because I
yeah.
believe that is Instagram, and these aren't good, but I have seen the ads of all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, pay us $2 more and we'll take these away." But no, I think one of the best investments I made very early on in my career was a YouTube Premium subscription.
Oh yeah, you don't
And
like
so
it.
I just haven't seen, I haven't lived
You
the
haven't
YouTube
seen
ad
it. You haven't
life.
seen it. You haven't seen the
Yeah.
ads yet.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the
all
only
right,
place that I am able to absorb ads is Instagram. And
all
I've
right.
haven't seen anything recently like super remarkable.
Yeah,
Um, I've been pretty impressed with the targeted advertising algorithms because I'm just like, ooh,
yeah,
is something that I didn't even know that I needed. Thank you. Thank you, Instagram.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Exactly. They're all listening on your conversations when you're talking to someone. It's like, oh, maybe Sid wants this.
Yes, he
It happened.
does.
It's
Yeah.
happened to me. I
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about something with someone, and then all of a sudden it's on my Instagram feed. That's
Well,
weird.
my wife and I have actually spent a lot of time, like not a lot of time, but when we actually need something, we don't want to look for it. We'll just talk into our phone and be like, "Hello, targeted advertising."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just saying that I'm looking for 100% all natural fabrics in some type of
Right.
gym shorts, and then boom, Nero commercials started hitting my feed, and I'm like,
It's,
"Ah, it's working."
you're proving my point. Exactly. They are listening to us. And then your phone starts talking to you all of a sudden. It's like, hey Sid, what's up? I'm like, what? What's going on?
Uh,
Man, it's crazy times, man. Like, you got AI now going on, so it's bizarro times, Like how's AI like
AI,
affecting your
AI.
business?
I mean,
Or is
definitely
it?
has it.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
There's no way that AI can't impact. I mean, from an organizational standpoint, it's been very beneficial. I'm a firm
Right.
believer that the difference between a successful and unsuccessful artist is organization.
Mm,
Um, and having these tools now, a larger set of tools for you to stay organized, keep on track of things, is excellent. And the double-edged sword of that is that now because you can do more, people are expecting more and
yeah.
more faster.
Mm.
Before it would be like, hey, can you get me this giant report by the end of the week? It's like, hey, I know that you're using
Today.
AI, so can you get me this like report in the
I
next
guess
like
that's
while
true.
we're
I
on this
guess
call?
I guess that'd be true, eh? Like, well, I guess bosses just want things just now.
Hmm.
It's weird though,
And
because like,
they
yeah,
they know the capacity is increased, and
yeah,
because of that, they're able to be like, oh, okay, you can do more, so do more. That's a double-edged
yeah,
sword on the organizational front. On the actual production front, I think that is kind of it's like the first time that cameras came into the consumer level where you could shoot like Hollywood looking thing with a consumer grade camera. I feel
mm,
that AI is now doing that, but a lot of VFX.
mm,
Before, I was working at a VFX studio. It was incredible to see how many people are involved in one shot. Your compers, you have your simulators, you have
cool,
all the CG elements coming in, and it's just
yeah,
it is insane how many
that's so
people it
cool,
took to do like an explosion.
right?
Now, with the right prompt, with the right Higgsfield AI or Kling or Seed Dance or whoever's on top right now, you type in a prompt and you're able to get a very convincing explosion. Not
Yeah,
quite broadcast level yet, but like for your social media video or your YouTube short or whatever, you're able to produce a pretty decent result. And okay, cool.
hmm
So
hmm
on the positive end of things, this is closing that gap a bit more so that if your story really needs to have this building explode, excellent. Not all of us
yeah,
are Christopher Nolan. Not all of us
yeah,
can blow up a hospital,
right,
but you can now do this as an independent filmmaker, as a solo filmmaker. I feel
yeah,
that that's like the nice use of AI, but with everything, I do feel that it is being misused a lot. The amount of like
yeah.
random cat videos that are coming up on the feeds are too
What's going
much.
on?
Too
What's going on with
much.
the cats? What's going on with the cats these days?
What's going on with
Why
them?
do?
It's these cat. Yeah, these cats videos are making my SSD
What?
prices 4 times more expensive.
Really? It's interesting. And why is it always cats all the time? It's weird.
Good question, because I feel that every internet-based thing at some point,
It starts with
like
cats.
yeah, when Instagram first started, photos,
Yeah,
YouTube first started, videos of cats started.
yeah, it's weird.
I generated stuff of cats. People just love cats.
I guess it's interesting, but yeah, like AI, the AI thing. It's like, yeah, you could, I think like it's not gonna, it's gonna, yeah, like you said, it's gonna allow people to do more, but the people that know what they're doing and the people that are able to tell a story Like they're not going to go away. Like it's people still need that. Like people still need those people to make those stories, right? So AI can't do that. Like it's because stories come from like an emotional point or part of us, you know. It's not
And,
a robotic thing, you know.
and stories come from experience, and if
Yeah.
an AI is referring previous works, it's curious to know at what point will AI have an experience that it can then pull from to create. I don't think we're
Yeah.
quite at the point yet of fully writing something, because some of the stuff that is still done by AI is just, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not anything that's going to like change the world
No.
yet. I'm
Yet.
curious to know with the exponential growth that is happening in the industry. A little bit nervous, a little bit scared, a little bit
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah, just yeah, because like I feel like clients are gonna be like a client's asking about like AI for you, like when you pitch them, or like are you pitching them like AI too, or are they asking for AI? Like how does that come?
So I don't pitch them an AI solution off the hop.
Yeah.
When a client first comes, what I'll do is I'll assess what the want is with the budget available. Right?
Okay.
If we have dollars and cents to do things actually, let's do things actually. Let's do as many
Yeah.
things as we can do actually. Let's hire VFX teams that, because then you get that level of control that
Mm-hmm.
is very specific and fine tuned.
Mm-hmm.
When an AI solution starts to come into play is when we start to scale.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're only going to run this prompt once. Like, don't expect this photorealistic, blah, blah, blah. But if you want your logo hovering above the CN Tower because you're a real estate agent in Toronto, cool.
Mm-hmm.
We can provide you an asset like that, that at one point would have been thousands of dollars to VFX. We are going to do that at a much more cost route.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Not my first go-to. Like I feel that everything in filmmaking is a tool. You know, the cameras you use are a tool.
Yeah.
The VFX stuff that you use is a tool, and AI is a tool in the toolbox, but it's not the first one I reached for.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly, exactly. If they say, "Sid, I got $10," okay, we'll use AI for you.
You're like, sweet, that's
You
gonna
know?
buy you like a credit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Right.
I'm gonna help you with a prompt. But
Yes,
that's
I'll
what you
help
can
you
get
with
for $10.
yeah,
You with a prompt, zero
yeah.
revisions.
It's funny because like they could do it themselves if it's just a prompt. That's what it's so like. You just type a
You
prompt in and you get it.
you think you think that, but I realize that,
Yeah,
and that's what I've come to time and time again with the consulting aspect, is that as you start to work content, the solutions actually seem so like simple, rudimentary, and you're like,
yeah,
obviously it is this. Obviously, we're not going to make our fitness model do 300 sit-ups or
right,
push-ups or whatnot, right?
right.
Then there's also the when you've done something for long enough, the way that you problem solve in real time is different from somebody who's never done it before. In something like
Mm,
prompting, you think about all of the aspects that years of production and years on being on set and years of filming stuff. You think of
yeah,
the way that you want the light to hit and the textures and the atmosphere that's in the space and the angles and, you know, the slow pushes, the different types of
mm,
camera movements help tell that story that you've done in reality. Now, when you get to that prompting aspect, it's like, cool, I want that slow push in on his face right up to the eye to show that he's thinking, and then the eye feel.
mm. Yeah, yeah.
Comes from absorbing a bunch of cinema, shooting a bunch of cinema. That's where I'm like, yeah, it's
Nice.
just a prompt. Just type it out. What do you want? But
What do you want?
what do you want?
Yeah, no, that's a good point because you're drawing from like your own experience on all these sets because you kind of know exactly what you're looking for. It's all these like details that people wouldn't even know about to put
I
into the
mean,
prompt. Yeah,
one of
I get it.
my mentors and probably one of the best producers that I've ever had the pleasure of working with,
Yeah,
Brian Huynh from Playfight,
yeah.
always said that, you know, people want a dragon. It's like,
Mm,
a dragon. Big dragon?
mm,
Do you want a dragon that flies? Do you want a dragon with scales? Are the scales
right.
slimy? Are the scales slick? Are the scales dry? Does a dragon breathe fire? Does a dragon breathe ice? What
Mm,
kind of a dragon are we talking about? People
mm,
say they want a dragon. And it's like that's where you, with your skill and with the right kind of questions, you can prompt the response out of that
yeah.
individual to be able to truly get what they have in their mind. Because not everybody
Mm,
has the ability to translate what they see in their mind's eye into
right.
reality.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good point you make, actually. Yeah, I never thought about it that way in terms of those details. But yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, people don't know. Yeah, it's a good point, man. I like that. You want to get the best possible AI possible, so you just put in all these things, you know.
Mhm. And that's where I think that the role of like a producer, director, somebody who's on that creative aspect still has the career, because if the client doesn't know what they want, they might need to be gently guided and
Yeah,
prodded and pushed and kind of been like, hey, this is kind of
yeah,
where we want to end up. So if you are using that same dragon example, what kind of dragon you want, and say, cool,
right.
you still need a skilled individual to be able to help you actualize what you have in your head.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's skill. It's not easy to do. Yeah, that's
Mm.
cool, man. I like that. No, it's cool, man. Like, so, like, I mean, despite all this craziness, like, what are you trying to get better at these days? Like, what do you in
I
like your
am
craft?
trying to get,
Yeah,
I'm actually trying to get better at something that has always been a very tricky aspect. Different multiple camera types.
yeah,
Now that with the use of AI, I know that AI has a slight like hyper finish to it and whatnot. But how do we seamlessly integrate all of those things? I think like color and sound
yeah,
are so important, and you really notice when they're done poorly. And
yeah,
so I'm like, cool. I've got some great gear. I've got some great softwares. I've got some great this. But then how do we dial in some of those core foundational aspects? Great sound design, great
yeah,
color, to truly make something feel either filmic nostalgic or something that makes you
mm.
like that invokes a feeling just by looking at the image.
What do you think is more important, the sound or the color?
What
If you
type
had
of
to pick,
content are we looking at?
like a long form narrative.
Long form narrative, I'll go with sound over color.
Really interesting.
I'll
How
go with
come?
sound over color. Because have you ever been in a theater at
Yeah,
a film festival where the
yeah,
sound was really bad?
yeah.
It is hissing and popping, and levels are not the same. And I'm just sitting
Yeah.
there and I'm like,
Get me out of here. Yeah,
please
yeah, yeah.
stop. Bad color. Bad color basically means muted color. They
Mm,
have maybe just slapped one LUT on it and just left it, and or maybe they've done a little bit of equalizing to like slap a LUT and make it a
yeah,
little brighter, make it a little darker. That does like, I mean, like, yeah, that's bad color, but that's not going to be as jarring as bad sound. I think that
yeah.
bad color is going to be, unless you have something that's like, I don't know, crazy high technicolor with just like abrasive to the eyes level of bad color.
Right,
Like
right.
on average, if you have a decently exposed image and you like put a Rec 709 on it,
Yeah, yeah,
and you don't touch it beyond that, you're not like accenting the reds or anything, and you're not doing any type of burning, dodging, or anything to like specify certain aspects. You're just putting
yeah.
like gentle Rec 709 on log footage. Camera sensors is going to give you a pretty decent image. Is going to be the most compelling thing to look at. Nope.
No.
But
Yeah,
if you do like a little bit of filtering on sound and like
yeah.
don't balance levels and whatnot, and especially when you take your music and you put that in and you don't do a level
Right,
adjustment of
right.
like when the person's speaking or not, you're
Right.
gonna not gonna be able to hear what they're saying at all. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would take bad color over bad sound any
I-
day.
Interesting. Yeah. This so yeah, I can't do any coloring to save my life because I don't think I really enjoy it, to be honest with you. It's
Mm.
not my thing. Like I don't doesn't really get me out of bed to like color something, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think by start, did you start as a photographer, videographer?
Yeah.
Like when did you start in photos?
I started in photos and then I branched out into videos and then started like just doing businesses with like small town businesses and then but they didn't really understand color anyway, like wasn't really a big
Mm.
deal, you know. But I mean some people, oh, can you they might just send me an image off Instagram, or can you make it look like this?
Yeah,
And
and you
it's
know
like
what?
It's a Hollywood feature. Like, what are you talking about?
My thing, the
Yeah.
answer is always yes. The answer is always yes.
Yeah,
Can we
of
make it look like
course.
this?
Oh,
Like,
no.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Let
hire
me
Brad Pitt. We're gonna shoot on
yes.
Ari's, and here
Yeah.
the lighting team
Yeah.
alone is gonna need like 100K worth of lights.
Yeah. Yeah. But they
Yeah,
don't
the
know,
answer
right?
is yes.
They just give you an image. Well, I want to make like I want to look like this. Oh, okay.
And
Interesting.
then that's where the whole like managing expectations aspect comes into play, where it's
Yeah,
like, okay, cool, like you need to be able to be like, yes, we can get close to this in terms of these are the elements we can get close to, these are the elements that's going to cost a significant financial increase or injection to for us to be able to
yeah,
advance our cameras, our processes, our crew, to be able to get referencing.
yeah, yeah. It's funny. It's funny when clients send that stuff, but they don't know. They just see it, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, it's important to like know your own strengths and like your weaknesses, and just like outsource your weaknesses, or just things that you don't actually enjoy doing.
Absolutely.
Like for me, be coloring, probably like audio, like just I just want to do the edit. Like just give me like raw footage, and I'll be able to make it into a masterpiece for you in terms of like the timeline. Yeah.
Assembly editing is an art, coloring is an art, good sound
Yeah,
design is an
they're
art.
all like
All of it is art.
they're all full-time careers for people.
Well, that's why you have so many names at the end credits of a movie. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Those are all
exactly.
specialists and teams, and all of those things
Yeah,
come together, and that's what makes this film. People see the actor, people read the director's name, and those things are the ones that get a lot of the limelight. But
yeah.
there are so many people. There's a person on set who organizes footage, and without that person, be no film.
There goes no film. It's just still gonna be in the bins.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
That's
I mean,
right.
didn't visual effects go be an Oscar category this year? I think so.
Yes,
Visual effects.
believe so, and I'm excited for when Stunts also makes it on
Is it
because Stunts
is it
is,
coming
I
next
think, in
year?
2028.
Okay.
Think so. That's one of the things that shocked me because one of the directors I just worked with, Thomas Lorber,
Mhm.
he got nominated from the ACTRA Awards for
Yeah.
Stunts. I messaged him and I'm like, and then he was double for Oscar Isaacs and Frankenstein got nominated for this and that and whatnot. So I was just following his Instagram journey, and I'm like, hey man, I recognize the Stunts. Did the Oscars nominate you for Stunts? He's like, there's no category for it's an Oscar. I'm like,
Crazy, eh?
nuts,
It's
pretty
crazy.
nuts.
Like everyone's not like Tom Cruise, you know. So
Oh, he is the last. He's the last of his kind, man. I don't know what will happen post Tom Cruise era, but there's
well, he's
one
just
guy who will.
yeah, he's just like he's crazy, but literally crazy. So, but
I
it is
know
what
of
it
one
is. He
man
likes
who
movies.
he likes movies. He likes to hang off the side of planes. He likes to ride motorcycles off of a mountain. He
Mm,
will take an actual sharpened knife, be millimeters away from his actual eye, and all
yeah,
of these things learned from director's commentary on those good old DVD box sets in Mission Impossible.
yeah. Those are really good ones, actually.
Those It was impressive to see how things were done and the authenticity that was, like,
Yeah.
even the rock climbing scene in Mission Impossible 2. I'm just like just hearing that insurance company wouldn't insure him, and he doubt shot it
Shocker.
into the footage over and been like, well, it's already done, so maybe you should just add it in the movie. Don't worry, insurance company,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't have to pay
Exactly.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Eh? There's no AI here. Don't worry about that. Because you always
No,
wonder, like, is it done AI? Is it not? Like, so it's
I think that
funny.
there's definitely an aspect of like safer. Like, even if you think of like a VFX shot of like a car stopping inches from someone's face, nowadays it would be done where like the actor would just be shot and then the car would just be shot and then those two plates would be put together.
Yeah.
That the actor is never actually in any real danger. And safety's great. Safety's great, but also sometimes the unsafe thing looks
It looks
good, as in
better. Looks better.
nice behind the scenes video of Tom Cruise hanging off of
Yeah.
World War I warfighter.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, no, it's just funny how things get made, right? Like it's good to know what goes on behind the scenes, right? Because you don't really get that on Netflix. You don't really get that on Prime. You don't get like the behind. I'm not sure why there's not more of that on there, but maybe there's no
There
demand. I have no idea.
And I think that because a lot of that demand, a lot of the times people will find these featurettes on YouTube. Disney
Right.
actually does a pretty decent job of going behind the scenes and shooting
That's cool.
featurettes.
Okay.
It's not at the same, I miss director's commentary on a film where you could like watch the movie in real time, like all the
As
Fight Club
as they're
mob
saying, yeah, that's cool. I think I
as
saw.
it's
I think I
going
saw
on.
that too. Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually. Eh?
That was that as a filmmaker. I think that kind of educated an entire generation, and just like
Yeah,
whoa, like holy cow, this is how you do it. This is amazing. I'm going to do that on my indie film the next
yeah,
time I
yeah,
do it because I saw
yeah.
Fincher do it or Nolan do it. Not all of us can rotate a hallway, but
Not yet. Not yet. It's coming though.
yeah.
It's coming. Yeah, it's interesting. Eh? So what's like the so like do you have like a dream goal for yourself? Like do you want to win an Oscar or
Dream goal for myself. There was a point in time where I wanted to win an Oscar, yeah.
yeah.
And now I've just actually started a administration content administration company, yeah, OUA, and it's basically like on up administration, and it's to help and creators get organized.
Yeah.
And honestly, like my dream would be to have 100 clients, all super
Mm,
successful, and helping translate them from figuring it out by themselves
mm.
as to having a team of people be able to support them in such a way.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me to actualize my content journey and my content dreams because they're
Right.
getting organized. And
Getting
I'd love to
organized.
see getting
Interesting.
organized, man. That is I would love to see that company flourish. I would love to see, people who need the help on that organizational back end from like invoicing client. All the stuff that,
All the stuff, eh?
all the stuff that stops you from
Admin.
shooting.
Ah, like
Admin. It's
like
all
admin.
not
Admin.
every artist is good at administration. No,
I hate admin.
I
Hate it.
used to. I found out I'm actually pretty decent at it, but not everybody has that ability. And it's like, okay, well, how do we help bridge that gap? Because then we can actually have more talented storytellers, more talented stories.
Yeah. So that's where people get stuck, you think? It's just that? It's
I think
just the
so.
admin stuff. Yeah. Interesting.
I think
Maybe.
so.
Because
If
I guess it becomes a lot for people to like handle when you're just a one person show.
when you're a one person show and you have to do everything from your social media to client acquisition to following up, dude, following up on invoices. The entire company started because
Why?
I didn't want to follow up on invoices, and now it's like
Oh, is that
month
right?
8. And so I approached my now business partner, and I'm just like,
Right.
man, these guys have not paid me in 8 months. He's like, do you have a spare email address? I'm like, yeah, reach out. Okay,
Yeah.
changed the signature at the bottom, reached out in like the most directest, politest, directest email,
Right.
basically saying, pay my client his money or else type of thing.
You wrote
But
that email?
I didn't wrote that. He wrote that because I
He
don't have
wrote
the
it.
same. Yeah, I don't have this. I'm a creator, man. I don't have those same
Ah,
teeth and claws. I don't
ah.
want to be the bad guy. I want you to like me.
So he
Please
wrote it on
like
your
me.
behalf. He wrote on your behalf.
He wrote it on a separate email address on the
Oh,
company account, and I got paid. And I'm just like, dude, that was very helpful. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. And
yeah.
yeah, because artists don't want to be the bad guy, but like clients not paying on time or deciding that, hey, we're just going to not pay you, or using your footage when it wasn't in your proper usage agreement.
Mm,
These are
mm,
all things that feel that people entering, and sometimes even people in the middle of their career, get taken advantage of. And in that
yeah.
process, getting taken advantage of, I'm just like, whoa, 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 hold up. Did you have a contract? You don't have a contract? Why didn't you have a piece of paper? You just have to have
Mhm.
a piece of paper signed by both of you. Mm. So
Yeah,
those types of
exactly.
things to help kind of protect folks and peeps who want to get into this full time.
Right. The admin side, legal side, all these things. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be the bad person when you're like the person supplying the goods. You need that layer of
Insulation layer.
buffer.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do. It's so important.
absolutely. And then
Yeah.
when it comes to like legal, it is insane how much I didn't know when it comes to finances as
Yeah.
well. Like financial literacy is not something they teach you in acting school. Just saying. Those things,
Should
who
be
knew?
should be a course. Taxes, all these things, man.
Taxes
All
should be a course in like middle school, dude. Like we should know, we should be learning
yeah,
slowly how to do tax stuff. The
right.
entire history of it should be its own separate math thing, because yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
taxes and what can be written off. People like, oh, yeah, it's a write-off, it's a write-off. I'm like, I don't think you know what that means.
Do you know what a write-off is?
Do you know? Yeah, yeah.
Right,
So
right.
that level of like
Mm.
financial literacy, legal literacy, and administration help, I feel that is like really what's firing me up right now.
Oh,
And
cool, man.
yeah.
Cool. So you just like talking to people, just seeing like where they're at. Like how do you think you're gonna get clients?
So right now, just because from the networking of folks. We are doing a very slow rollout. Like we're
Yeah.
accepting like at a time, making sure that those 5 clients are like well situated before we open it up to the next 7, to the next 14.
Okay.
Obviously, all my business partners are like, let's run Facebook ads and get 20 clients. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I need you guys to make these 3
Yeah.
people successful.
Right.
Then after
Yeah.
we have built a proper foundation for them, then I'm okay to bring on more people.
Really?
We are
Yeah.
opening up to bring on, I think, 3 more people soon
Okay.
for Q2, and then we want to help that roster, and then late Q3, beginning of Q4, want and open it up and then bring on more folks.
Is it in person and online? Like, is it just Toronto based or?
So right now, a variety of our services are pretty like international, but we can't
Cool.
give international legal advice. So that is
Right.
one component. Like we can
Yeah.
do boilerplate templated aspect that's better, like a boilerplate templated model release. It's definitely better than what ChatGPT or Claude is going to be able to provide and can actually stand up in court.
Yeah.
But even if you go out of country, if you go out of province, things change slightly. Quebec has different laws than Ontario.
Right.
So
Right.
right now, we would say that on the legal front, you can only give it for Ontario, but all of our other administrative practices, we can do countrywide, international.
Oh, cool, man. It could get really big.
Fingers
It has
crossed, man.
potential.
Like
It could get big
like
because
I said, if we can help 20 people, 30 people, 50
yeah.
reach that level, expedite their success based off of the knowledge that has been accumulated, that would be the thing where I'd be like, boom,
Yeah.
almost as
You
good as
made
an
it.
Oscar.
You made it. Where's my Oscar? Where's my Oscar? I need an Oscar for helping people.
Do we don't get an Oscar for nurturing the next generation? No?
There should
Okay,
be
cool.
there should be a category for that. It's a good idea.
Well,
Actually.
first let's get stunts in, and then in the meantime, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Very exciting. Well, we're up against the hour, so I just want to say thanks again for coming on. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Thank you. Oh, this was a blast. Anytime.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
chatting, love nerding out about film, and
Yeah,
I
man.
really appreciate you having me.
We need it. We need it. Any final words for the people out there?
Oh, I would say that if you're in the process of storytelling, keep telling your stories. Don't be your own limiting factor.
That's a good one. I like that. It's important these days. It sounds easy, but it's actually not. So
I still suffer from it. There's a reason
Yeah.
why my podcast hasn't seen the light of day, because I am my own limiting factor.
You got to get that out, man.
Well,
You got to get that
and
out.
I'll have you on, and then you can tell me about a piece of content that you had, and you could get all nerdy about it and be like, yeah.
I got all kinds of horror stories for you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Cool. Everyone, thanks.
Amazing.
Thanks for watching, listening. Go check out Sid. The links are in the description of this podcast. And I'd love to have you back on at some point, man.
You take care. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Peace.